Wowee, hi! Welcome back to the Great Marsh. The place so great that we spent all of March in here. That's not true. But hi! I'm getting really ambitious today. I'm not gonna take a break until we get a shiny. Well, I will take breaks if this goes on for long. What I mean is, I'm not going to end the stream until we get a shiny. I really want to find the second shiny, so I'm going to go for as long as it takes, within reason, of course. I'm not going to be here for 12 hours. I think my limit is like 8 at most. But hopefully I get a shiny like way before that. Oh, Golduck. That's interesting. I saw in the binoculars, whichever one it is, that there's Shroomish in Area 4, so we could go there to, do the dual grass type hunting like we've been doing up until now. So that might be a good idea, maybe. I really want to get the Batu, but at the same time, like, getting the shiny. Well, yeah, getting the shiny. Finding the weekly rotating Pokemon would be interesting, like as a shiny result. So that could be an option. Yeah, I'll probably move to Area 4 now. Thinking about it further. It would be nice to get a Shroomish, because I know 2 people who really like Shroomish. Take me to Area 4, please. I just realized I also forgot to upload yesterday's VOD to YouTube, because I've been uploading VODs to YouTube, VODs like VOD, video on demand, like those things on YouTube, because I'm tired of being lost media. I want to be found media. I don't know if anyone's gonna go looking at those or not, but all in the sake of preservation and documentation. Did I look at the map wrong? I'm pretty sure the Shroomish appears here. Maybe not? I mean, I can't say for sure until I see like the weekly rotating one. I could just be getting unlucky. Or lucky, depending how you look at it. Yeah, there it is. The Whooper. There's something really cozy about shiny hunting in these games. Because in Scarlet and Violet, Legends CA, and Legends Arceus, you can see all of them in the overworld, like if they're shiny or not. Oh well, I think also in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, now that I think about it. But in these games, you don't see the encounter until you're in the battle, so it's more interesting, I think. In Sword and Shield, you can see them in the overworld, but they are not shiny there, like, ever. People had to make a mod for that. So, there's still some whimsy, but you can control what you encounter. So it's a little different. Unless you're fishing, of course. And I'm wishing I was fishing. Not actually, but, you know. I still have to go back to fishing shiny hunting Pokemon Shield for a shiny Lilip. Because, well, shiny female Lilip with a fishing mark. Because shiny Cradily has the lesbian flag colors. And with the fishing mark, it will be Cradily the catch of the day. So, you know, I think the combination of lesbian and catch of the day is really funny. So I really want that one. That was my Pride Month hunt that I couldn't finish. It has been for the past 2 years, but it will happen eventually. I have 3 shiny Lilips in my boxes in Pokemon Shield, but they're all male, which makes sense because Lilip is 7 males to 1 female gender ratio, but in Pokemon Sword and Shield, for some reason, every overworld encounter, well, every encounter, wild encounter, has a 50-50 chance to be male or female regardless of the gender ratio, as long as it can be like either gender, of course. Like, there's no 50-50 if it's genderless or 100% male or female. But if there's, you know, if it can be male or female, then it's a 50-50 for some reason. Which I think is interesting. It definitely helps me out, because that way I don't have to be running Cute Charm, because it's best to run Harvest, because they are the only grass type Pokemon in that pond. I'm basically doing the same thing as I'm doing here. I'm just realizing that I really like to hunt grass types, huh? But hey, a friend of mine predicted that this would take me 15 minutes. So it would be really funny if that was the case. But I'm mentally prepared to go for hours. My hard cap is 8 PM because that's when Badu stops spawning. It's currently noon, if you were curious. So that's 8 hours. 8 hours is all that I'm giving myself, but hopefully we get it before that. Badu. I really hope that everyone who wanted to get the Badu badge has gotten it by now. Because this is the last day that you can get it. So I figured, oh yeah, since it's the last day and the badge can be dropped like all throughout today, I might as well go for as long as I can in case someone hasn't gotten it but wants it. That's the idea, at least. But there's a lot of noise outside. I hear a motorcycle and a police car. I think the motorcycle came through the through the mic. The whooper. I should have thought of something more to add to the layout. There were no improvements to the stream experience between last stream and today's. I probably should have worked on that, but I got busy after stream yesterday. Because I restreamed, of course, but after that I just got really sleepy. Oh yeah, I finally managed to sleep well last night, which is good. I think I don't remember what I dreamt, but sleeping well is good. It's really good. I woke up at 7 a.m. I cannot wake up late even if I want to. If I see more people joining in, I could probably make a prediction of how long it will take until we get a shiny. Maybe once we are like an hour into the stream, or like 30 minutes in, maybe. I don't know if there's like enough people to participate for that, but it could be fun in theory. Unless we get a shiny before that, of course, but highly unlikely. Not impossible, just unlikely. Meeple. Marl. There's a lot of noise outside. I'm really surprised that it's not coming through the mic. I mean, it makes a bit of sense because I have a noise suppression filter on, so it's unlikely that sound comes through, but it still does. I know it does. But hey, as long as it's not happening all the time, it should be fine, I think. Barrel. Sorry. I just exhaled and for some reason the little noise volume preview thing like in the audio mixer, it just went up like for most of the green, so yeah. I'm really not like the greatest when it comes to like audio balancing and stuff, so I don't know if my voice being in the low yellow is good or not. I don't know if the game being in the middle of the green area is good or not. I don't know. I don't think that anyone has ever taught me this, and the one time that I read about it, I didn't understand all too clearly. I need someone to explain things to me. Unless it's Paper Mario, then it's the other way around. Which, speaking of, I should really be planning out when to do the random trivia casual playthrough, like just showcasing everything that I can showcase. I'm really excited for when I get around doing that. I just hope that people will actually find it interesting in a sense. Because it's been many years of collecting random knowledge of the game. So being able to share it with people would be nice, you know. People who like the game but don't know it as in-depth as I do, but still find it interesting and want to find appreciation in that. I think that would be interesting. So it would be like a casual playthrough in the sense that I'm reading every bit of dialogue that I can, and then showcasing every bit of trivia that I know, and sharing like, I did not mean to trouble. Okay. Sorry, little one. I'll let you be. Where was I? Oh yeah, I don't know, I just think it would be really interesting. I can also show like different strategies in battle. I can share tidbits of like the attack patterns of the bosses, because every boss in Paper Mario has a set pattern, so they do the same thing consistently, with the exceptions of Bowser and to an extent Crystal King. Crystal King has like a calculation of when he will heal, and Bowser just moves randomly. Bowser is the only boss in the entire game to move randomly. Well, that's not completely true. Goomba King at the very beginning of the game also has a 50-50 chance of... No, wait. I think it was a 60-40 chance to use one attack or the other on the first turn. But those are like the only two cases of this happening, as far as I remember. Well, and technically the anti-guys, because they just have a 50-50 chance to do one attack or the other, but that hardly counts. It's basically the same attack. The more I think about it, the more I realize that there are some light RNG factors, but Bowser is definitely like the most RNG heavy fight. I just really want to talk about Paper Mario. I don't know if anyone's listening, that's the problem. Paper Mario is something that I just... Yes, I love yapping about it, but I want to make sure that someone is listening, you know? Of course, I'm not going to ask anyone who's lurking, because I don't know who's lurking. Just pop up and say, hi, I'm listening. But... You know, I might wait until someone speaks in the chat, and then I can be like, do you want to hear about Paper Mario? And then I can just go off and off, on and on, rather. But I can also just save that for the playthrough that I mentioned that I wanted to do, since I know that at least I'll be recording it and probably making like a stream highlights video. Hopefully. It's just editing is not something that I'm particularly good at. I'm not like bad at it. It takes forever, to the point that I just lose interest after like an hour or so. I think so far the hunt is going well, in the sense that, you know, I think I've kept a mostly consistent rhythm slash pace for encounter count, so I'm being kind of optimal about it because I really want to get the shiny today in case I can end the stream. I don't want to say early, but I don't want to, you know, drag it out for the 8 hours and not find anything. I want to find something. It's hard to explain because as of late I've been really tired after 3 hours of stream, so now I'm mentally prepared to go for 8, but am I physically prepared? That's the thing. You miss. But like I said before, the idea is to go until I find a shiny. My hard cap is 8 p.m. because that's when Batu stops spawning. Eight hours of stream would be certainly interesting and a real test of patience and stamina in a sense. Quagsire. Like the Pokemon. That actually reminded me. Back when I was in middle school, I had a quote-unquote friend that I used to hang out with who had a lot of bootleg Pokemon merchandise, and he gave me some cards from back when Gen 2 was the newest. And for some reason, the cards for Quagsire and Quillfish both were labeled as Quagsire. Let me see if I can find a picture. Because I know that I have sent it before to people. So I'll be tabbing out to check for that. Stand in here as image. Oops. And now we look. Thankfully, they can do the whole sweet scent thing without looking at the screen. I've done it so much that I just memorized the order of everything. I get the feeling that I'm close. Why do I have so many Umineko screenshots in this folder? Oh. Oh. That's not it. Found them, found them, found them, found them, found them. Open in browser. I said open in browser. Save image as. Wow. Okay, that's the picture saved. Now I can go to. Add image. Call it Quack. Browse. Downloads. This is a large picture. So you can see there's Quagsire. And there's Quagsire. Wow. Oops. There's two Quagsires. Wowie zowie. I can probably just put this here, maybe. Behind me. Yeah, they can stay there. The two Quagsires. The Quag and Desire. Wait. That sounds bad. Stretching is important. I'm thirsty, so I need some stimuli.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
Thank you, me, for redeeming.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink water.
I love that thing so much. I can put it there and just make it invisible. So whenever I need to jumpscare someone, bam, Quagsire. Oh my god, a wild Quagsire. Whoa. Oops. Maybe. Ah. I keep moving the wrong thing because this friggin' mouse just drops my inputs so often. As you can see, I brought the wrong Joy-Con. I swear I know how to stream. I've been doing this for an hour. Almost an hour. I really wish my accent didn't get in the way of speaking so much. Because I'm noticing that some of the words that I'm pronouncing are just wrong. Maybe because I'm so used to listening to people whose native language is English, so they've only been speaking English, well, not only, but they've primarily been speaking English throughout their entire life. And then there's me, who only speaks English aloud when streaming. I don't have the opportunity to practice my pronunciations as often as I would like. At least in my thoughts and when muttering to myself, I try to do it in English to practice. But it's not enough practice because I still speak Spanish more often than English on a day-to-day basis. Practicing languages is really difficult when you live in a country that only speaks the language that you don't want to speak anymore. Not because I dislike Spanish or anything, but because I just want to speak in English. It's the language that I prefer, you know? So I just have to continue practicing up until I get to the point where I don't know, I don't mess up words. I want to get to that point at least. Like, if people can't tell that English is my second language while listening to me speaking aloud, that would be good. Because I still mess up pretty often. Hi, Tropius. Hello, Mario. Oh my god, Quagsire? Of being in this card fame? Wow. So I just opened a Discord server, and a friend was talking, and she just randomly mentioned Baldi's Phase 6. And my brain went immediately to no running in the halls, detention for you. For some reason, I just love quoting that randomly. And now it's coming back to me, and I will be doing it more often, and that's not good. It's kind of funny though. I should probably put on a shirt because it's kinda cold outside this time around. I don't know why. It was really hot yesterday, now it's really cold. Let me check the weather. Whether or not you want me to. What do you mean it's supposed to be 28 Celsius right now? This does not feel like 28 Celsius, this feels like 14. Humidity is 6-7%. Okay. Sure, whatever you say, Google. What shirt do I even put on? Mesh. shroomish, 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 shroom, shroom, shroomish, shroomish. The shroom, 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 shroom. Shroomish. Shroomish. Miss Shroom. Wait. Miss Shroom. Shoot. It's got a nice ring to it, don't you think? Whooper. Whooper! Said Whooper. Probably. I don't know. What did Whooper say? Quack quack. Quacksire? Eh? Is that what you were trying to say, Psyduck? Quack quack sire? Oh. Okay. Hi, Puzzle. Thank you for the subscription. Enjoy your shiny Batu. They've subscribed for 7 months. That's a lot of months. I'm sorry for not streaming for most of those. But thing is so true. Well, now you get to see the alert for subscribing. Wow, it was lazy. Like the character, I was not being lazy setting that up. So bad shop, so true. You should equip it. You have to equip it by going to chat identity. And then you will be able to put it on. I wish it got just equipped out automatically, but it makes sense that it doesn't. Reading Bingus reminded me that in Sword and Shield there's the Bingus zone glitch where you can get Pokemon to from a different area to spawn in a different area. Or you can also, like if there's overworld encounters, you can carry the weather from a different area. So you can get, for example, a shiny Terrakion with a snowy mark, which you can't normally get as far as I'm aware. You are badge now, yes. You have a shiny Batu. Nice. I think I did a good job with the badge. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Shiny Safari Bot. Yeah, I drew both of those myself between the first and second days of Safari Week. I was just in bed, and I thought of the idea, so I was like, you know what? I'll just do that. So I just drew them on my phone, but I tried to make them look bad-G enough. Thank you. Shroom. Six more new subs to what? Oh, the thingy at the top of the chat is just scrolling, and then it says something about 6 more new subs too, and then an ellipsis to go for what? Twitch for what? What's the reward? Oh, I think it's the milestone thingy that got set up automatically and I couldn't disable. I have to look into that because maybe there's a disable button that I didn't see. But I don't want to pressure people into subscribing. I appreciate that you did, and I'm really thankful, like, earnestly. I just don't like having the meter of, hey, there's this milestone that we could hit, wink. Oh, hi there. Enjoy your lurk. So yeah, you can see both but two badges now. Wow. The normal one and the shiny one. I'm happy with those. Um, I hope that I'll be able to do more like event badges and stuff, because I think that those are really cute as a, what's the word? I don't remember. I need water. Like as a symbolic thing. When I first made them, I mentioned that my objective was just so way down the line, someone could look at the badge and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. And that's it. I think it's cute. And if they like the way it looks, then they can just leave it there. I really need to start using the quote command now that I added it. It's just that I haven't said anything that I think it's too quotable, like out of context. And like I said, I will not be quote baiting, so if I say anything quote worthy, it will be on accident, and I just need someone to point it out so I can quote it. I should make it so VIPs can also quote, now that I think about it. Right now it's set to only mods and me. But I think people with the VIP badge can be trusted with that. I doubt anyone is just gonna start making up things that it didn't say. Would anyone be down to doing like a prediction thing of like if we're gonna get a shiny today or not? I think that would be fun. Why is my chair so squeaky, so crunchy? Crunchy chair. Roomish. I'm just waiting for a certain Pokemon to show up so I can show the picture again. The Whooper. That's not who I was looking for. Psyduck. You are also not who I was looking for. Ball, bait, mud, run. Hi, Barrel. You are also not who I was looking for. Oh, there it is. Quagsire. Like, from the card. Famous. Famous. Just famous. From the card, it's Quagsire. Look. It's normal Quagsire and emo Quagsire. And that's a Wooper. And that also is a Wooper. Those were 2 Woopers in a row. Can we go for a third one? No. The answer is no. Huge apologies for whenever I'm moving in my chair, if the sound comes through. I'm trying to mute my mic, like, physically every time that I move, but I don't catch every time because sometimes because a really subtle movement that causes the squeak. Like a mouse squeak. Like Kirby Squeak Squad. So true. Thank you. Thank you, me. I'm already losing it. It's only been an hour and 20 minutes. Oh my god, Quagsire, I won't step again. I could. And I will. Wow. I just think it's really funny to have that at hand, like just being able to BAM. I manifested a Quagsire. My audio went really high up there, so sorry about that. I imagine that getting my volume on the red zone isn't good. It doesn't happen often, but it just happened, so... It's booster pack opening time according to my phone. Let's see what we get in TCG Pocket while shiny hunting. Please give me the full art Iono, please. If the app wants to open, that is. Hi Ruby, hi. Welcome to the shiny hunting section of the stream, of the shiny hunting stream section, stream fun, stream shiny hunt. Yeah. Oh, that's alright. I hope you managed to rest well. We haven't found anything yet. Since you said that you were also gonna shiny hunt, best of luck with that. Yeah. Go get your Poplio. Oh yeah, I just remembered, my friend Esri has a Poplio emote. Look, it's a Poplio. A green Poplio. I believe. Capuchin, please come home. It was Starly, yes. The one and only Starly. We are the Starlings. Please feed us. Oh, Quagsire? Like the Pokemon card? What? These things are so silly. I'm not gonna get tired of doing that bit. I say, as I got tired of doing that bit. Okay, I also just noticed that Ruby's column tree got turned into Don Quixote. I forgot that I had that as an emote. Column tree. Shroom. Is that there? It is there. There is there. Just right there. We haven't seen a single, but no, but do we have seen? We haven't seen a single Bidoof today, but we have seen an Azurill. Bidoof and Azurill are 1% chance encounters, and since we're running Harvest on our lead Pokemon, It's a 0.5% chance instead. In yesterday's stream... No, not Bidoof, Bidoof. We're running Harvest right now on Tropius. So that means that we have a 50-50 chance of getting a grass type on the encounter. And if we lose that 50-50, then it's a 10% chance. So it's essentially a 30% chance to find a Badoo, 30% chance to find Shroomish, and everything else is different. Badoo. I miss Safari Week. None of my games with Safari Sun have saves because I wiped them in January. That's very fair. But there will always be a next year, thankfully. I remember back when I was playing through Omega Ruby. Kind of funny title. I got to the Safari Zone and I was like, oh, this is fun because I'll finally be able to participate in Safari Week. Then I realized that the Safari Zone in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire doesn't work like the other Safari Zones, so it's not allowed for Safari Week. Alternation quest? Ooh. Yeah, that sounds fun. So whenever you finish that, you will be able to set up the save files too. The Whooper. That's the best Safari Zone, but it's banned because it's actually good and you can use your mods. The thing about Safari Week is the idea that you're not guaranteed to keep what you find. Yeah, no Safari Balls, that's the problem. The idea is running into a shiny and then having to gamble on whether you're gonna catch it or not. It can run away, but in exchange you will get it in a fun Safari Ball. Like... Vine right here. Look! In a Safari Ball. Found in the Great Marsh. Wow. Like, that was fun. If there's no chance that pain is invalid, yeah. Also, there's gonna be an ad in a minute. I am very sorry about that. So I will not be chatting during the ad break. I'll wait until everyone is back. Otherwise, you're just hunting in a normal route? Yeah. I think it makes sense. It's just unfortunate that that you can't use the Safari Zone like a Safari Zone in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, because that would be so fun if it did. Barrel. What do... that should be over now, I think. Hopefully. Oh, speaking of Poplio, I just remembered. Hi, Quagsire. I got a... It was January. Is what's happening in January? I'm curious. Hashtag curious. Yeah, I got a female Poplio in Pokemon Go earlier with really, really good IVs. So I'm keeping her. Keeping her. I can't speak sometimes. Oh, there's a lit wig. Don't catch it. Win some waves next year and I get to play every gen of Pokemon in Nintendo. Oh yeah. Yeah, that sounds really fun. Oh, hi Las. Welcome to the stream. We are shiny hunting. We're trying to get a Capuchin or a shiny Badu. Yeah, Roasty. So, yeah, the idea is that I'm gonna stream until I get a shiny, which hopefully should be the Batu. I have a 30% chance of it being the Batu. Thank you. So, yeah. Yeah, I know that I got this. Something that Yellowstone did in her Scarlet and Violet playthrough is that she got a Rouse, but then she was like, I know the game says that it's male, but she's actually a girl, she's just trans, and the game is transphobic. So you can just do that. I was also preparing myself for that with my Lurantis, like the Pokemon Go one, because I have a Lurantis from every game, and the one from Pokemon Go I wanted to get in a Master Ball, because that's like really meaningful coming from this game. And I was like, listen, if I get a male one, I'll just pretend she's trans, because all of my Lurantis are female, so thankfully I got a female. But yeah, I was already mentally prepared for that. Oh, you have PK Hex, I imagine? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think it's 100% allowed to use it for force spamming purposes. But like, just for that. It is morally okay to force on your Pokemon. It's only ever for events, or if gens 6, 7, nature and gender when self-resetting. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you get the shiny, like, legit, you should be allowed to do whatever you want with PK Hex. You're not hacking the shinies in, you're only showing the shinies that you actually got through your hard work. And even then I don't use it for nature gender if the surf resets take more than 30 minutes. That's fair. I hope that you get your Popplio soon and that it's a girl too. I believe. Though I've also been struggling in the gender mines with the shiny Zorua because I have already hatched over 5,000 eggs and I need to get another shiny female, but it's also a 7 males to 1 female gender ratio. If I'm putting that much effort into that, I think, okay, these results can be for a shiny, let me start counting. Yeah, that's very fair. Moon or Ultra Moon? I think Ultra Moon is better for starter sub-free setting, I think? I'm actually not sure. Like, I'm pretty sure that in the Ultra games you can save closer to getting them and then check sooner after getting them. I think. I'm not 100% confident on that, it's just something that I think I remember hearing one time. I have never self-reset for a starter in Gen 7 though. Gotcha. Then yeah, the Ultra games will be better. Has the better story. That makes sense. I really like the stuff that Ultra did because they are not retconning what Sun and Moon did. They're just like, it's a separate timeline where the Ultra space people got involved. So a lot of stuff changed. Like, Lusamine is the same character, it's just that she was led to making different decisions based on the things that happened. I think she's the same character still. It's just a different aspect of herself that got explored in the Ultra games. They didn't tone her down. Yeah, that confrontation, I do agree that we're missing out on the Ultra games. Because the Ultra games also don't have like the scene with Lily in the rain, like in the Executor island that I forgot the name of. Like, that scene doesn't happen in the Ultra games. And that's one scene that I really miss in the Ultra games. I was just forgiven after I cross my beats here and they make up. Lily never goes to Kanto and listening to them. Let go of Mon for Unchange. Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. When was is driven to an absolute extreme and flies too close to the sun. Yeah. Yeah, I can absolutely understand liking in the story in Sun and Moon more. Like, I get it. And I generally agree with the sentiment. It's just, I don't know, I like what the Ultra games did. It's just, yes, in comparison, they are missing a lot. It's interesting as complementary material, not as the only one. It's like you take the Sun and Moon base story as like the canon one, and the Ultra games are additional material to understand the characters from a different angle better. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like that. I really like the Pokemon games in general. I'm really curious as to what Winds and Waves is going to do. Story-wise, region-wise, Pokédex-wise. Can definitely choose a canon one because you need both of them to fully understand the lore. Yeah. Yeah, Gen 7 is a really good region. Like, well, generation in general. It's the Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And also, let's go Pikachu and Eevee. Gen 7 is like the strangest one when it comes to this, because half of the generation was on the 3DS and the other half on the Switch. And also technically Pokemon Go. That they don't credit because people are too impatient and don't want to be immersed in this. Yeah. Yeah, I unfortunately already got spoiled on how many new Pokemon there are going to be in the Winds and Wave Pokédex. Thankfully, there were no spoilers about like the types or designs or anything, just the amount. And I have to say, it's an exciting amount. That's all I will say. I don't want to spoil other people on this. I really don't like leaks. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like a weird number. It's significantly more than I was expecting. And I really hope that it's a fake leak or that they just had been sitting on the signs for a long time. Oh, also forums. Okay. I truthfully don't know what they are going to do. Because in Scarlet and Violet, and I think also Sword and Shield, the base Pokédex was 400 Pokemon on the dot. So it's like, yeah, I don't know what they will do. We have seen in the trailers like the 2 Pikachu with the outfits. So maybe it's something like, oh, your Pokemon can wear outfits now, like certain species of Pokemon. That would be insanely cool if so. And I think that would also make the number skyrocket. I don't know. Thankfully, I haven't been spoiled on much. I have both Central Leaks accounts blocked. I have a lot of accounts that just talk about leaks also blocked. I don't want to look at the leaks. I want to wait for the games to come out and be surprised by everything. Yeah. For the first time ever, there won't be a data mine. That's exciting. I wonder why that is. I don't know. Is it because they... No, are they not going to allow, like, but downloading the game ahead of time isn't cracked? Oh, right. Okay, yeah, that's super exciting. I really hope that the Switch 2 is so secure that it cannot be hacked, because I want to go back to the era of whimsy, of finding out things as you're playing. Yeah. I mean, the only way for it to happen would be like someone hacks like the Game Freak HQ again, and then they steal the files, and then they compile their own like playable version for like Switch emulators or something. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But in this day and age, it's a real possibility. In Gen 7, it was kinda funny because they were just showing everything before the game released. Like, they were just doing announcements for Alolan forms, for characters, and then for other Pokemon that were just like in there. Yeah, I like that too. Or like when the designs were revealed in the Korokoro magazine. Oh yeah, with CA they also did really cool stuff, but showing some of the stuff like in trailers. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I also remember that back when they were teasing the, oh yeah, Halucha versus Machamp thingy to see who got the Mega. I opened the comments because I was curious as to what people were guessing, and the top comment was someone yelling in all caps, "Y'all, Mega Halucha got leaked back in February. Are you all stupid or something?" And it's like, I don't like looking at leaks. Why would you assume that everyone looks at leaks? And the fact that they just commented that on like an account, on a post from the official account, is just like, why? Hi Bidoof, that's the first one. I do wanna see the starters at least. We never saw Gen 7 or 9 starter Evos until the game dropped. Yeah. Honestly, I'm fine with not knowing because it's gonna be a lot of joy and whimsy as I'm evolving them, or like seeing the rival with the other starter. But at the same time, back when I played Scarlet and Violet, and also Sword and Shield, like Quaxwell and Drizzile are just Pokemon that I never saw during the game. And then Inteleon I only saw when fighting Leon, and Quaquaval when fighting Clavel, and I just hadn't seen them before. Really consider about leaks. Someone I went to college with will not be quiet or speculative. Yeah, I was interested in leaks back during the Gen 6 and Gen 7 days, because everyone I knew was like super interested in the leaks, and we also didn't get like everything at once. The leaks were just like, oh yeah, every week or so we get to find like about a new Pokemon or a new Mega or something. It's like spoon feeding the leaks felt less bad than just being like, oh, you can just Google all of the game's raw data right now. Only want to know because I don't want to regret my decision. And next time I picked Fennekin, knowing about breaks in, and after symbol to Delphox, I reasoned because she wasn't the magical girl Fire Fairy. How do we still not have a Fire Fairy? How? And this was at the same time Callan pulled out his Greninja, yeah. At least with I always choose the grass starter. I like choosing the grass one. So yeah, it's been pleasant surprises. For example, when I evolved Grookey and I saw Twaki, it was like kind of a really funny reaction because I didn't know what I was looking at. And then when I got Rillaboom, I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. And then Scarlet and Violet, I'm really glad that I reset for a female Sprigatito because Floriagat and Meowscarada are really, really good. Manifesting Pomon to not be firefighting. At the very least. I really don't know where they are going to take the starters with the designs. Sona picked Litten in Sun and Moon, but people started hating on Popplio, so I switched to her. Then E3 happened and Disarming Voice was revealed on her moveset. I gasped in the middle of class and almost got caught up in my phone. That's really cute. Oh yeah, like when we got to see the CA demo, that we saw that Chikorita also got Disarming Voice, I think it was. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure. And then everyone was like, wait, so Meganium is going to be a fairy type, huh? And that was really cool. Like, just picking up on it before anyone could know. Accidentally saw the Primarina leak and everyone was on agreement fake. But the moment the Super Marina was in awe, because in love, actually in love, I was the one person who wanted it to be real. And it was real! Can we get much higher? So high. I saw Brianna months later in October started crying in class because I knew she was coming. That's really cute. I'm glad that you got the starter that you liked, and I'm really sorry that people back in 2016 were really like mean about starters being girly. I really wish they would change the gender ratios of the starters because it doesn't make any sense anymore to keep like 7 males to 1 female. At least not with all of them. I know why they did it that way. It will be girly one. This should have. Sorry, gender should be 50-50. Yeah. Back in the day, they made it 7 males to 1 female. Same with Eevee, because it would be harder for you to get like a different one to replace your starter with. Because the Pokemon that lays an egg is the female one. So you want to get the female one if you want to get more of them. And also in generations 1 and 2, well, I'm not sure about 2, but at least 1. No, yeah, it was 2, it was 2. Yeah, because of breeding. But in the first 2 generations, back before we got IVs and it was TVs, those were determined by gender. So if you had a Pokemon that was male, it will have a higher attack than a female one. Because female was like DBs 0 to 14, I think? No, 15. And then male was 16 to 30. So if you had a male Pokemon, you will have a one with a higher attack. And you know, they want you to have your starter all throughout the game, so yeah. When Sun and Moon finally came out, I was waiting for my mom to come home with Sun because that was my first choice, but she took forever. My grandma came to my house to drop off Moon to surprise me and I got impatient. Started Moon. Do you like Lunala or Solgaleo more, by any chance? Popping Moon. The summer screen came up. Female? It was slightly darker, but went, oh, maybe it's just more vibrant in the cutscene. Okay. Did you get a shiny on your first one? I don't remember the color. It was female on the active screen. I actually don't remember what color shiny Poplio is. Aphrodite. Ready to make all. Oh. First ever playthrough, getting a shiny female starter is crazy. Let me check the odds of that. Calculator. 4096 times 8 for the gender. 1 in 32,768. That's the odds of that. Well, not like exact odds, because gender and shininess are independent from one another, but you know, yeah. Also, there's gonna be ads in 10 seconds. You can continue talking and I will react after you're back. Water. Let me open a stream on my browser. And also Toasties. Just to farm channel points. What do you... Okay, I think you're back now. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense that that's definitely the craziest thing that you could happen in a first playthrough, like by a landslide. Well, it could quote unquote get crazier if it was like modest nature, 31 special attack IB, 0 speed, no, 0 attack IB, but it's like, no, that's just statistically impossible. That would be cool. Um, Usually when I make my Pokemon teams, it gets worse. Oh. Well, I'll continue saying that. Will you type? Um, Usually when I make my Pokemon teams for like not my first playthrough, there I just use whatever I find interesting. But like post game team or oh, this team is made to represent an OC, then I pay a lot of attention to natures and marks and IVs and stuff, and like the Pokeball and all of that. But in my first playthrough, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna use whatever, even if the IVs suck, even if the nature sucks, even if the Pokemon sucks. I just want to use what I find interesting because I don't know what to expect ahead. So it's more fun that way. Unfortunately, in my Shield playthrough, I had a T-Ball in my team, and in my Violet playthrough, I had a Spidops. They didn't do much. Like, once I got to the mid-game, they just barely went into combat. The poor things couldn't do anything without dying. Whenever there are leaks that I'm aware of, I just plan the team and genders from looking only at types and Pokédex. I don't know stats, where to get them, any of that. That's fair. I try not to look at leaks, but even then I try to only get female Pokemon in my main team. In Sun and Moon, I knew I wanted Salazzle. Oh. When I got to Akala. Mm-hmm. I'm figuring out how to do SOS. Mm-hmm. On the 8th one is also crazy. You don't get boosted shiny odds until the 10th one. Also a female, wow. Girl, I think you might be the luckiest person in the entire world. Or maybe just Alola loves you. Because yeah, boosted shiny odds in SOS hunting doesn't happen until your 10th encounter. So that was still full odds. Back before Ultra Sun and Ultramoon release, I really wanted to get into VGC. Like, so I thought, oh, I could make like a fun gimmicky theme based around a certain mechanic. So I wanted to do like a poison theme for PGC because that would be an awesome idea, wouldn't it? So I just started like learning how to do the whole breeding thing to get like a Marini, a Salandit, and stuff for my team. And I just opened eggs until I got stuff with good natures because I just assumed that the IVs would be decent enough. And I just left an egg in the boxes because I already had what I needed. And when I went back to hatch that one, it was a shiny Marini. The thing is, before you say, oh, that's so lucky, or that's so funny that it happened, Yellowstone admitted to me that this was like roughly around the time that she appeared into my life, before I knew it. She changed it in PKSM to be shiny. So it was a hack shiny, it wasn't shiny originally. I just didn't know until much, much later. But at the time, I actually believed that it was full odds, and I was really... Yeah. It was exciting when it happened, and she didn't have the heart to let me know. Until much later, once she, like, actually presented herself to me. It was kind of funny, I have to admit. It's a bit of a shame. I still haven't... I haven't gotten that many full odds shinies to this day. I've gotten a shiny Katani in Pokemon Sun and a Snom in Pokemon Shield. And I think that's it. I'm pretty sure. Like, full odds while playing the story, I should say. Post-game, I don't count them. Except in Sun, for the reason that I didn't have the shiny charm. It was funny because I was looking for a Buzzwole in the Mele Mele Meadow. And rather than finding Buzzwole, the first encounter that I ran into was a shiny Kadoni. And I just thought that was really funny. Because I didn't know how to react. Like, I had completely forgotten that you could just randomly get shinies because it had never happened to me. And for many, many years, that was the only full out shiny that I had. Until... Actually, I can show this. Filter... Where's Pokemon Shield? Here. This happened. Yeah. Snomreal. Also, this girl is cute. Here's Tripod, here's Breakfast, and here's Subatiu. Thankfully, the Snom is from the replay of Shield that I did because I wanted a female trainer. and the English game, because I originally had like a Spanish game and a male trainer, because, you know, finding out about yourself, stuff about yourself a year later and stuff, you're stuck with the character that you chose at the beginning. Ultramon playthrough, get full out, skill to fly out of nowhere. That's... yeah. Full out shinies are always more... value... They have more value than stuff that you deliberately hunted for. Or maybe the first 2 months I thought you were cis. Honestly, that's really flattering to hear. But yeah, I just hardly mentioned not being cis. It's not something I bring up often, so I don't blame you. Though the thing that's funny is that Lass also thought that, even though like yeah. Yeah, the same thing about the accent and the voice being generally feminine, which I didn't know it was feminine, I just assumed it was like slightly androgynous. Like, I was trying to get to a point where people couldn't tell what I was, because I couldn't lean full into femme voice range yet, and I still can't. But yeah. Back then I was doing more of an effort to make it sound more femme. Right now I'm like, since I have to speak for an extended period of time, I'm trying not to put too much of a strain on my voice. So I'm keeping it more on the neutral range. Wait, outfit I sent? Oh, like the... what was it? Like the green jacket and the black cargo pants, like that one? Or was it a different one? I don't remember, it's been like over a year by this point. Oh. Well, thank you. Okay, it is okay, it's okay. I just didn't remember what outfit exactly. Super stylish winter. Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. I still have the picture. I'm not gonna put it on stream for obvious reasons, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I still have that code, and I haven't gotten the chance to use it in public again. Same with the skirts. I really like that outfit, and I'm really glad that I got it. But yeah, my hair is something that I don't really cut all that often. Back when I graduated high school back in 2019, um, I just started growing out my hair as much as I could. And it wasn't until I was in college, like 3 or 4 years after that, I think 3, I decided to be like, you know what, I think I need to cut it because I'm not actually taking care of it, so it looks bad. Like, of course, long hair looks good, but if you're not taking care of it, it just looks like a bird nest. It's really messy and stuff like that. So I just got it cut to like a little above shoulder level. And I still remember that my classmates were lamenting the loss of my hair. They were like, no, why did you cut it? No, I really liked it. But it's been growing out now again, and now I'm actually taking care of it. So it looks much, much better. And it's about to the length that it used to be before. Let me... Yeah, to the middle of my back right now. Do you have like a hairstyle in mind? Or like a desired length? Or is it just like cutting it in general? Because if you have a specific look in mind that you want to go for, then yeah, you should absolutely go for it. If it's just like, I don't know, just thinking of cutting it and you're not too sure, then yeah, maybe think about it a little. Because back when I cut it was, it might did to my neck, yeah, that's about the same length that I cut it to back when I cut it. I can actually pull up the image. Give me 1 second. Bang Dream Maya Yamato. Then I go to the gallery. No, it's in cards, sorry. Ah, here. Save image as. Then I go to add an image. Call it M. Here. This was my goal when I cut my hair. Like, I wanted it to look like this. That was my goal. Yeah. So I have actually a beige cap like this. And I like to wear it whenever I go out. So true. And yeah, so it was like, oh yeah, so I cut my hair like that. I put the hat on, and then people are gonna be like, oh yeah, you're like showing masculinity in a feminine way. Because it's like, yeah, the outfit is not like traditionally feminine. But that's good, because that was the style that I wanted to go for. Not the one that I ended up going for though. Still, I only wear like cargo pants and stuff because they're really comfy and convenient and stuff. But in the summer, I just wear like shorts and stuff because shorts are really, really comfy. Also, hi Shroomer. There's Shroomish in the marsh right now. So yeah, we've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Still no shiny. And I'm really curious as to how much it will take. But yeah, when I cut my hair, that was my objective. The only problem is that I have wavy hair, so it didn't look the way that I wanted it to. Because when you have wavy hair, you can't really let yourself have bangs, like, you know, covering your forehead and stuff, because they curl and it looks like a little weird. And when they get just long enough, they also start poking your eyes, which is really annoying. So yeah, now I just leave my forehead uncovered. It's more convenient. People who have straight hair have it easier when it comes to styling their hair, because it's like, yes, wavy hair is going to look better, even if you, well, wavy hair looks good even if you don't style it, but straight hair gives you more options to style it. Because you should see the type of things that my hair does when it's really windy outside. It gets super messy. And my sister, who has straight hair, doesn't have that problem. Oh my god, thank you for the 3-stream watch streak. Thank you for hopping on the last 3 streams. Long pigtails, but Loki means being able to have short pigtails. Honestly, that's very fair. Hi, Quagsire. I don't think I've ever tied my hair up in anything that isn't a ponytail. Ruby, that's you. But yeah, my hair, if it's not like just not tied up, I have it in a ponytail like Dawn right there. Ponytails are comfy, but I like the way that, you know, I like letting my hair down. It's just, if I go outside, it's probably for the best if I put it in a ponytail, unless it's like really cold, because you know, having hair down your neck and your shoulders and stuff, it gets really hot when it's hot outside. I think we should just have a single weather temperature on online now, worldwide, except in like the extreme areas like the Arctics and stuff. Yeah, it gets a little annoying sometimes, especially when you wake up with quite a bad head. And the thing with me is that I can't really comb my hair, because since it's wavy, and combing it only gets rid of the wavy bits. And that's not good, because it gets really, like, what's the word? Goofy when doing that. My English is failing me right now. What's the word? If I was saying it in Spanish, I would say like it sponges up. I don't know if that's a term in English. I don't think it is. The thing about sleeping with long hair, now that I think about it more, you can't really tie your hair up when you're sleeping because, I mean, I sleep on my side, so I guess I could put it on a side ponytail on the side that I don't sleep on. But it can get really uncomfy too. In the winter is a little nice though, because it's extra warmth that you can get for free. Starly. Shroomish. I'm trying to remember the voice that Shroomish had in the anime, but I'm blanking on it. I should probably rewatch the anime one of these days in English this time. Because I've only watched it in Spanish, like for the first 6 regions, and then Horizons and the end of X and Y in Japanese. So I'm really curious about how, it sounds in English. Especially now that I can actually watch the entirety of X and Y, so I can watch Mabel on TV, my wife, real. I have never listened to her English voice, so I should change that. I honestly can't even imagine what she sounds like. Well, I have an idea, but not like a concrete voice that I imagine. But I'm sure that whenever I listen to her voice, I'll be like, yeah, that's perfect, that makes sense. No. Part of me was expecting to see a shiny before the 3 hour mark. I mean, that can still happen. I'm just surprised that it hasn't happened early. Because when people do those, oh yeah, the stream ends when this happens, or the video ends when this happens, it's usually not that long because they just suddenly get lucky and get it early. But stream ends when I find a shiny. Unless it becomes 8 p.m., in which case I just end. Because Badu is a morning and afternoon only spawn. Doesn't spawn at night. And in-game night is starting at 8 p.m. Which is in 5 hours. 5.5 hours from now. Yeah, Roasty, please. We need you. I could go to area 6. Because Shroomish doesn't spawn there. So I would have a 55% chance of getting a Badu. Honest. Oh, okay. At this point, I feel like I should do it. To maximize my chances. Yeah. Take me to area 6. To my cozy corner of shyness. So yeah, now we have a 55% chance of getting a Batu every encounter. Notice how it didn't say 100? Okay. There's one. But you. You found a do. We should be seeing a lot more Batu now. I also just looked over to my right and I saw some cookies that I didn't finish yesterday, and they are really calling to me right now. But I also haven't had lunch, and you know, lunchtime was like an hour ago. Hehe. I mean, I won't eat them unless I get like really hungry. But I was kind of banging on my mom telling me to go pick up lunch. But she hasn't. Probably because I'm streaming, which makes sense and that's fair. Who knows? Hopefully it won't take me too long to get the shiny so I can go eat. I mean, of course, if I get like really hungry, I will take a break. But won't stop the stream, it's just... You know, while I can still go on without issue, then I'll just go on without issue. Oh, Golduck. Hi. I don't have one, so I'll try to catch it. For dex completion purposes. Yeah, Golduck is one of those rotating encounters. So it's like, it's only here randomly every day. Can you just get in the ball, please? I am not going to waste all of my balls on you. You're not even shiny, so don't be like that. Thank you. Wowee. But yeah, the changing spawns, it's Carnivine, Shroomish, Execute, Roselia, Golduck, Skarupi, I think also Drapion, Janma, I know there's more. But I don't remember what they are. The Wooper. Please, Roasty, please. We need you to come home. I'm trying to think what other rotating spawns there are. I can just look this up actually, so let me do that. Great Marsh. Take me to BTSP. There's also... Okay, so it's Golduck, Roselia, Staravia, Skorupi, Krogunk, Carnivine, Paras, Execute, Kangaskhan, Yanma, Shroomish, Gulpin, Drapion, and Toxicroak. That's the list. Honestly, it will be fun to get a Kangaskhan too. Alrighty. Good luck driving there. Don't make me swerve off the road. I hope I don't. I really admire people who know how to drive because I don't, and I don't want to learn how to do it because I'm really scared of cars. Charlie mentioned. While I'm really hoping that the shiny that we get is Badu, I'm really wondering what could be the second thing. What could be other thing that we could get if we don't get Badu? Because we already have Abibarrel, so I hope that it's not Abibarrel. But there's like Marl, Starly, Azurill, Bidoof, Wooper, and Quagsire. No. We don't want there to serve off the road, please. We value people being alive here, around these parts. Unless they are stream bots saying like AI viewers in this website, then those don't deserve to live. But those are like the exception, not the rule. Wagwa. Honestly, it's kind of fun seeing that we've already been, well, we've almost been here for 3 hours and I don't feel tired yet. Because yesterday when I was streaming and there were like 10 minutes left in the stream, so around this time I was like so tired I was actually falling asleep. Because you know, it was later in the day. I had only slept for 4 hours the night prior. But yeah, it's like the last 10 minutes of the stream I pretty much did with my eyes closed. Because I was struggling to stay awake. But I managed to pull through. We just need a little bit of luck from the game. That didn't sound as good as I was hoping it would. I can do the Psyduck cry better than I can do the Golduck one. It's complicated. They have really similar cries, it's just... They sound different, but it's the same composition. No. Quagsire is so cute. Hi Terry, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. We are shiny hunting again. This is the last day of Safari Week. So we have to lock in and get something. Matthew. I'm looking at my plushies. And I'm realizing that it would be really nice to have like unlimited money, even if it was just to buy plushies. Because I want to have more plushies. Because plushies are cute. You can never have too many plushies, unless you do. Lazy is looking at me as we speak. Lazy plushie. I can add her to the layout now that I think about it. Image. Lazy. Browse. In the Pokemon folder. Watermelon smell. Here she is. It's lazy. Let me rotate her a little. And I move her here. And I put her underneath there. There she is. She's next to Burger. I really like the lazy plushie, it's really cute. But yeah, it's been 3 hours. This is usually the hour at which I end stream at, but today we are still going. Please, Great Marsh, bestow a shiny upon us. I said please. I asked nicely. Matt is playing Fortnite. Incredible. Just gotta keep pushing until it happens. Which, you know, hopefully shouldn't be too long. I do enjoy streaming, so, you know, it's not like Oh no, I'm forced to stream. I'm so sad. It's more like, you know, I while I did free my schedule to be like able to do all of this today, like throughout all of today, I would also like to have the chance to do other stuff if it's meant to be. If it's not meant to be, then oh well. But you know how it is when you're like, yeah, I'll do this no matter how long it takes. But if it takes less time, then that's for the best. I'm in that mindset right now, where I'm like, yeah, I can do this for long. It's alright. It's just if it happens quickly, that would be good. You know how it be. The Whooper. encountered a wild Badoo in the Great Marsh in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, available for the Nintendo Switch family of systems. That's a duck. In the same game. Wow. I'm keeping the mic muted, like, basically for the most part, because there's people outside my door right now speaking, and I don't want to, you know, make the mic also pick on their voice, so yeah, I'm just keeping it muted, that's why I haven't been talking much. But I can unmute at any point and just talk like normal, that's fine. It's just I'll do it if I think of something to talk about. I just won't be making that many random noises or saying Batu whenever Batu shows up. Just as a little heads up. Alrighty, welcome home. Glad you made it safely. Thankfully we didn't get a shiny that made you swerve off the road.
It's time to drink water.
Oh. Okay.
It's time to drink water. It's time to drink
Thank you
water.
for the hydrate.
It's time to drink water.
It's time to drink water. I finished my bottle now. So if anyone redeems it, I'll have to go refill it. Because I got no water anymore. Or like a ton of mail particles. Maybe. What the economy is like with like 10,000 maybe. The thing about the economy is that if there's people who open the stream and lurk for a while, they are inevitably going to get a lot of channel points. Or mail particles in this case. And if someone subscribes, they also get a multiplier for the amount of mail particles that they get. So I'm pretty sure that Pastel has a lot of them right now. So yeah, it's just if you watch the stream a lot, you will have a lot of mail particles. That's why I usually recommend, even if you're not watching the stream, just leave it open in a different tab and mute the tab, not the stream. That way you will be passively getting channel points. And if you install the FFC app to like, well, it's like an overhaul to the Twitch behavior and UI, and it's really handy because it also shows you the custom emotes that sometimes appear on the screen. You can also set it so, you know the little chests that you sometimes get that give you 50 channel points? It can redeem those for you like automatically. So you can just leave the stream lurking and you will get all the channel points that you would have gotten if you were actively watching. It's nice. If you want, I can teach you how to install it later. It's not that complicated, it's just a browser extension. So you just click on the download button and bam, you're set. There's also more settings that you can tweak to like what if fake download buttons. I would be surprised if there were any of those in the Google Chrome extension store. Assuming you use Google Chrome as your browser, of course. Though I'm pretty sure that Microsoft Edge and Opera GX and most browsers except Firefox use the Google Chrome extension store. That's always scared me because, like, what if I press one, like, I'm not going to... Yeah. Yeah, Firefox also has an extension thing. I'm just saying that it doesn't use the Google Chrome one, like most Chromium-based browsers. So, like, Microsoft Edge, Opera GX, stuff like that. Honestly, I really think that the FFC extension is like really, really good in the sense that it makes the Twitch experience so much better. Like just being able to see the emotes that you can use that are not like in the channel, like, you know, the sub and follower emotes and stuff like that. Like whatchamacallit? I'm trying to think of one. Like this Charmander emote. That's loading. Yeah, there it is. It's a Charmander plushie. And there's also Squirrel. That it's loading. Why did it only load halfway? Oh. Very HD, yeah. You can also just do Burger. Look at Burger. Why is it loading so slowly? It usually loads quickly. Oh. The squirrel didn't load. But there is Burger. But you get the gist of it. So yeah, if you want to install the extension, I can just forward you like a little tutorial that I did for someone. Let's see, I go to VODs, then I scroll up. Run, go there. So this is the first one. Where is it? Theo. this one. Where's the I lost them. Here. Then there's the third one. I think that should be it. I try to be as detailed as possible in my instructions. It's not complicated, it's just you have to be pointed in the right directions. I don't remember everything that I installed, like emotes wise, but I remember some of it. Like most of them at least. Like I know that if you type panic in all caps, please load, yeah. You got a girl running. Wow, she's panicking. I think it's a really fun integration in general, because otherwise you would be extremely limited with the amount of things that you can do with the emotes, and using emotes is always good. It's fun. Hi, Goldduck. I really need to actually sit down and do the placeholder emotes. I'm thinking about it more. Because suddenly having burger is like... I would like to have more stuff to show a wider range of emotions. Maybe I could make the placeholders like follower emotes. Maybe. Because that way I wouldn't even have to delete them if I get like better ones for the sub emotes. Like for example, I sometimes watch this streamer called 360 Chrism, and his follower emotes are just 5 from the sub emotes but drawn in MS Paint, and I think that's really funny. So it could be something like that. Like, people still get access to the emotes just by following, but by subscribing you get like the HD ones. And I think that's, yeah, kind of fun. And that's actually making me think. Do I have any of the Arceus plates in the save file? Let me check. I do, I have 4 of them. Okay. The reason that I wonder is because he also sometimes does like plate bingo races. So people, like a friend of his and him, go to the Grand Underground and just dig stuff until they get a line of 4 Arceus plates. And those things go on for hours. It's kind of fun. Especially because in BDSP you can get dupes of the plates. A normal Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you can only get 1 of each. Oh, that's a shiny Psylocke, okay. Blue jump scare. um, um, hi. Hi. um, I was just thinking that I was gonna take a break to go to the bathroom and get some water. Yeah, about that. Okay, let's see if we can catch it. Let me click the snooze ads button. Add snooze for 5 minutes, okay. Um, let's see. One shake, two shakes, escape. But it stayed, okay. Second ball. One shake, two shakes, three shakes. Nice, okay. Ah. That was stressful, but like in a good way. Okay. What do we call her? I mean, I can be basic and just go for Aqua because of the Deltarune one. Um, Girl Duck. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna guess that she's mild nature. I'm okay mild. She is. Okay, she is mild. That's really funny. Yeah, you said I'm okay mild, and I gave mild. Michael, to the box you go. Oh. Hi. Let me do the shout out command thing. I have never had to do this before. That I is streaming. Hi, how's it going? Yeah. I hope you're doing well. I hope your stream was fun. So the title of the stream says stream ends when I find a shiny. You will never guess what just happened. Yeah. Thank you so much for the raid. I really, really appreciate that. It's just I was gonna end the stream now because I got my shiny. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. My goal was Badu, so I'm running like a Harvest Tropius. I got two non-grass types as the... Yeah. I'm really happy. Okay, we finished Safari Week with a nice little bow on top. Also, thank you for the follow. Let me just save the game to make sure that I don't lose it. Yay! Okay, let's see. Let's see the duck. Walk together. Yay! She's blue for an amazing reason. Yippee! Let me do the... Gonna wave dash on her. Okay. So yeah, I'm really sorry to just send you on a raid chain, whatever the term is. But I really need to go get lunch now. I was supposed to have lunch like 2 hours ago. I hope that you got shinies during Safari Week. That would be nice. And I really hope that you did. But yeah, gonna see who to raid. Probably Toasty. Yeah. I'm so happy. Yeah. Again, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for stopping by. But yeah, I need to go get lunch. I'm really hungry. Hopefully, I do another shiny hunting stream soon. So yeah, I'll make sure to check your channel out later too. Yeah, thank you. For now, yeah, I'm just gonna leave you with Toast. Yeah, I don't have a raid message, so just say hi. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who stopped by, and I'll see you all eventually. We'll see you when I stream next. So, yeah. Bye bye. Also, thank you for the follow, Sora. Thank you. So yeah, bye bye. So happy.